So it's been a long time since I've done any kind of videos. But I've been working on this project in my mom's house to get her a full gym. And it's also a gift to myself so that I have a gym to go to. If, I just don't want to wait for a squat rack and things like that. That does work. But I just thought it'd be nice because sometimes convenience is more valuable than anything else, even though the upfront investment cost of putting it all together is kind of it's kind of hard to make that decision and just kind of do something that you're like, I don't know if I should pull the trigger on it. But in this case, when it comes to investing in your own health, investing in your own time, and doing something that you're kind of passionate about, I'd say it's pretty good. So pull that trigger sometimes. Going to a commercial gym is nice because I also have the convenience of having people there that I kind of know, having people there that are continually kind of pushing you, growing that little bit of community outside of... I work from home, so I guess I don't really have a community in my work life. But just having a different community outside of kind of your everyday friend groups, and then also your own family, having that and knowing that you're going to go there and you're going to get work done, and there are going to be people there that are encouraging you, and there's also going to be people there that are bigger than you or more athletic than you, that is kind of posing you to be, puff your chest out a little bit more and work a little bit harder. I've always liked that about public gyms. That's actually kind of what got me to want to, work out consistently and do the work. It was never really someone being like, hey bro, you gotta come out and you gotta do this. There was never kind of like the mentor figure you have at the gym, like the kind of guy that like adopts you or picks you up with his huge arms. It was more just I was watching people there and I was picking up kind of on the context clues and being like, no, these people are like, there's like a code going around here. There's a dog whistle going around here, but I understand it. I'm picking up on it. Kind of the nonverbal cues that are like, hey, bro, I see you. Or like, hey, bro, you using that? Doing all that because we all have our headphones in. We can't hear shit. But all those little things, all the kind of gym culture, those elements of going to the gym, I really like that. I don't know why. It's kind of fun. It feels like you're in the club, but it doesn't feel like it's exclusive. It's more just a bunch of shy dudes who have insecurities or anxiety, and their best escape is going to the gym and putting those things out on the gym floor. I've always liked that about the gym. I feel that some of the nicest people I've ever met are just like these big, huge dudes. And they just, I don't know, it's like, when girls like compliment each other on Instagram, going to the gym is like my Instagram. It's kind of like, because I don't have Instagram, but it's like, hey, I go there and I feel seen, I feel like I'm kind of a bad bitch. I don't know how to say it, but like, I like that. So yeah, guys are very encouraging there. I don't know, it's just like a very wholesome community. Anyways, long story short, I want to work on just kind of, I don't want to call it renovating. It's not really that. I'm not doing any like top to bottom renovations. I'm not knocking any walls down. I'm not even going to be repainting the walls because I think the white is fine. Mainly I'm just doing this because she already had a lot of workout equipment to work with, and I wanted to migrate everything to one room, designate everything to one room so that she can have a place that she can call her gym, and also have stuff there that I'll probably be using. I'll probably be putting in a power rack in there. That's like one of the big investments I'm looking into. I do have a bench and things like that, which I'll show you, but they're kind of like cheap ones I got during lockdown. So they're not really like great quality, but they're good enough. I think they would do the job. But in my head, and by how much I've been kind of stalking the home gym subreddit or whatever, like you just kind of go down this rabbit hole and you kind of become obsessed with this vision of what you want it to look like. And I know that with what I have, that won't look anything near what those people have. It's a great foundation, as you will see, but it's not necessarily what I imagine it's going to look like in my head. It's going to be close, but it's not going to be anywhere near that. I've already moved a lot of stuff around in there, so what you're seeing is actually there was like, I don't know, at least a week's worth of moving stuff and shifting stuff around. There's still more room to be done. Pretty much when it comes to, I guess, a renovation, or you're just kind of doing a makeover to one of the rooms, or if you want to convert something into a home gym, it's just kind of top to bottom. Like you think, or bottom to top, I guess. You know, you really start from the foundation because you're going to be putting a lot of heavy equipment on top. So really, you gotta settle with what kind of flooring you're going to be using. I am not the expert on that. There's several people who have done videos on that. So do your own research. And I'm still shopping for what I'm going to decide on for my gym flooring. But I think I'm going to settle on a rubber flooring. I know a lot of people prefer horse stall mats and things like that. I just know that they can be a little bit of a bitch to cut, and they also smell really bad because they're using recycled rubber from tires, and they're mostly used for, you know, horse stalls, even though I hear not a lot of people actually use them for horses because not everyone owns a horse. So most stall mat sales are made for home gym conversions and things like that. So I think that's I think that's really interesting. I think that's actually kind of funny. That's another thing about gym culture I really like, is that you can get real cheap with it if you want. You can get real gritty with how you want to be active. You can just make concrete plates if you want. If you really just dedicated to getting a lift in. Like, I just love that it can be so low tech. But for me, I kind of like the aesthetics of just like a nice plain rolled rubber flooring. I might go for an 8mm, which is not preferred for heavy lifters, but I'm not a heavy lifter. I'm actually pretty weak. I don't do deadlifts very often. When I do, I tend to do light just to kind of protect my back. And so I don't think I'll have to opt for a 1/2-inch rubber roll or 3/4, sometimes even 1 inch. I think stall mats get up to 1 inch. I don't think I will need that. But I'm still deciding, and when I decide that, that part of the journey will be posted. But enough talk, I guess. Let's kind of see the space, see what I've kind of moved around, and that'll be it. This is kind of just going to be piecemeal, so as it happens, I will be posting, but I won't be posting consistently and buying things just because I need to meet like a YouTube deadline or anything like that. It's mostly just documentation for myself and maybe for anyone who's curious. There's going to be so much criticism of how I do it because I'm not a hands-on kind of person. Like I like to build things, I guess, but very simple things with instructions. I'm not like a handy person. My mom has a wonderful space, and she's wanted to kind of create a home gym, and I said I would do that for her as a kindness, but also for myself, because I was like, well, I use the gym way more than anyone else in my family does, so I might as well do it. And yeah, I think it'll be fun. God, I talk a lot. I talk a lot. Okay, so let's go see the space. Okay, so here is the space that I took way too long to get to. This over here, funnily enough, I use this for any shipping that I have to do. I don't have a business or anything like that, but I do sell things on Etsy, like all my old clothes, because that's another thing that I really enjoy doing is, I don't know, dressing nice on occasion. I've definitely slacked on that. It's not something I do as much now that I don't go out as much, but yes. If you have a bunch of clothes, I highly encourage you not to just throw them away. Donate them if you can, or try to sell them. Sell them for what you can. So I do. Did I say Etsy? I meant Poshmark. Poshmark is what I use to sell. And then as you can see over here, this is where I shoot the photos that I use on the website. So yeah, I want to present the clothes as good as possible because you should. Because they're going to go to a new home and have a new owner. So yeah, anyways, all this stuff here, that the platform, trampoline, this yoga ball thing, and this ballet stretching thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's actually useful. You can put your leg up there. I know. Jeez. You can put your leg up there, get a good stretch. You can adjust the height, which is nice. So yeah, that's cool. But none of that I bought. Like I said, my mom has been collecting gym equipment longer than I have. But frankly, between you and me, she does not use it. And then this here, yeah, these are the elliptical and treadmill. That, of course, these are items that my mom has had for a long time. And she never used them. I don't know if this is going to be the permanent location, but hey, you have a cardio section here. And then hopefully we'll have enough space once we move these racks over for, you know, these additional machines. And then this is what I was talking about here. So this is the bench that I bought during COVID lockdown. And it did me pretty good. I had these adjustable dumbbells, but unfortunately lighting over here is pretty bad. So yeah, I had these spin lock dumbbells, but as you can see, the quality was pretty bad. And so yeah, the handles they just got messed up. And I used them a lot during lockdown. During lockdown, these were so expensive. I think I spent like 40 bucks maybe on these handles. Cool, but definitely not the permanent solution. I would like to get some adjustable dumbbells. That'd be great. But yeah, these were all the weights that I bought during lockdown. And I don't remember. I'll track down how much I spent on them, but they were way too expensive and they probably don't represent what they cost today. But yeah, these are cast iron plates that you can just feed onto adjustable dumbbells, or you can also put them on your power bar. So I'm gonna keep these for sure. These were some from like a garage sale or whatever. And then these are some cast iron 5-pound plates, and then these are some I guess you can call them transition plates or 2.5-pound plates, which I found very useful. Oh, this rack actually, let's talk about this rack here. So this here is to store all your weights. This was a pretty cheap one. It's nice. Hopefully the power rack will have all of that storage built into the 6-post. So this also is for your forearms, because I have some tiny little forearms. So I've been using that every now and then after I hit arms. And then this here is a total gym. I don't know, you just look up the videos of what you can do on this. You can do pretty much any pulling movement. You can do some pressing movements. It's kind of like a sliding seat once it's all fully out. Yeah, it's a sliding seat that has some cables, and then you use that to use your own body weight. This bench I'd like to give to my sister. She's also kind of a, I don't want to say she's like a meathead or anything like that, but she likes to go to the gym and she wants to use the space too. So this is actually just kind of a full family, like we can use it because we all live really close to each other. So why not just use this shared space at our mom's house as a gym? Cool family workouts. And also Brenda could come and do her workouts here. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, there's also this really cool project table. I love this thing. I'm glad that I cleared the space out because it was piled up high with a bunch of junk that I had to move. That had like a cheap carpet that was just on the floor lining because this was a storage space for a lot of stuff like a record collection and things like that. Not my collection, but someone we know. Now we're starting to see what it can be. Hey man, this guy's a king of yapping. Yeah, I know. I know. I didn't organize how my thoughts were going to come out. But yeah, pretty much I'm planning on clearing this all out to get the flooring installed. I'm just going to migrate some of these probably to an extra room over there. And then these have wheels on it, thankfully, so I can just pick them up and wheel them out. That's like about 200 pounds. That thing is like, let's say like give or take 100. 120, something like that. So once you get them on the wheels, it feels way less. So I can just wheel those out here. And as you can see, this is kind of an example of what this space looked like over here. All of this stuff here, that's what that area looked like. So imagine that. So I'm pretty proud of the space utilized here. And I think this would be a really cool home gym area. This, you can get cool natural light coming in here. Yeah. Great natural light coming in through here, and great space. Here most likely will be the power rack. And then, yeah, like I said, cardio section over here. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to cut in and reiterate that you don't need any of that stuff. You don't need any of it. I do kind of go into it a little bit, but I wanted to kind of revise what I'm going to say. You don't need any of that stuff. You don't need a home gym. If you just need kind of the basics. You just need maybe some weights. That's it. And if you're just starting, like, it's honestly cheaper to get a Planet Fitness membership than it is to do any of this. Even after 20 years, I don't think I would recoup my investment if I use the same rates that I use for my current gym and Planet Fitness. I know there's always sign-up costs and things like that, but even with that, I still think it's cheaper and more effective for you personally if your journey is to just work out and do yourself a service and make yourself feel better by working out, then it makes way more sense to get a gym membership. I'm not knocking on commercial gyms at all. I love them, and I'll probably still keep my membership. I know you're like, that defeats the purpose of having a home gym. Home gym is just for convenience, and because I'll have it forever. And then, maybe someday my niece or nephew will want some of the equipment. I'll have it, and I'll be able to give it to them. But it's just like an investment that you'll have forever. But is it a necessary investment? Should it prioritize itself over your own savings, over buying your own home, over commitments that you have that you need to have enough budget for in the future if you want to renovate something in your house, or if you can't afford to even pay your rent? Obviously, prioritize that shit. Home gym should be the last thing on your list of to-do when it comes to using your money. I have enough saved up. I get bonuses through work and things like that I reinvest into stock market or whatever. So make your own conclusions. Everything that I do over there is not necessarily the template for how you should do it. It depends on your needs, and probably a lot of the decisions I'll make there are like far from what you would choose, whether it's aesthetically or just choice of equipment, or even the most cost effective in your opinion, but based on what my needs are, I think that's how it will unfold. Is the best way I can put that. So yeah, save your money, obviously. Don't just do a home gym because they look nice, which is part of the reason I'm doing it. But do it because you can. Yeah, that's how most purchases should be. They should be like, I can afford this. I can reasonably afford this. That's how any purchase should be made. You shouldn't ever go over your budget. You should always pay your card on time, pay it in full, have enough in your savings. Try to prioritize your debt if you have any. I've paid off my loans. I don't have any debt. So that's why I can do this. But should you? Should I? Would it be smarter if I just used this money and invested in it and kept saving and used that money to keep saving? Yes, I could. And obviously, yes, spending no money is better than spending money in most cases. But this is a gift for myself. And this is me being a little bad because I can. So, yeah, that's a long way to say that. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this style of video. I keep debating on whether it would make more sense for me to just make a dedicated channel to just, vlog style things. Because pt.1 is pretty much devoted to just movies. My channel already feels like it doesn't really have an identity, and I know I'm probably shooting myself in the foot by saying that, but it really doesn't feel like there's any consistent thing that people kind of go into. I just wanted, the pt.1 channel to be its own thing, and just whatever I felt like doing, I would just put it there, because it didn't really feel like I wanted it to have a precise vision. I just wanted somewhere I could just, if I wanted to do a different style of video, I could just put it there. And by the end of the day, I would be proud of it, and I would be happy with it, and maybe people would like that. But I, as someone who watches a lot of YouTube videos, knows that I like to know exactly what I'm going to this channel for. And I'm like, oh, I see the value in that. I see. took me really long time to understand that. Yeah, there's a reason why we compartmentalize things. There's a reason why we find certain YouTubers or whatever dependable, because they come out with something consistently, and you go to their channel and I'm gonna go to this channel for reviews, I'm gonna go to this channel for reactions, I'm gonna go to this channel for vlogs. You kind of just know that. So I feel like, as pt.1 doesn't really have its own identity, and I just really wanted to make it a dumping ground for just anything I felt like doing, I realized that you guys, the very few of you guys that are actually subscribed to the channel for some reason, miraculously, and thank you, But for the very, handful of people that are subscribed to the channel, you're probably like, what the hell is this? Like, what did I sub to? And why am I still sub? The fact that you're still around is cool. But yeah, I'm starting to realize that I should probably compartmentalize this shit. I know it's like, oh, I like the fact that I got some subscriber base here. And if I create a new channel, I'd have to start from scratch. But it just makes more sense to do that, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't make any sense to keep mixing up vlogs and like mixing up reactions and reviews and shorts, like dumb little skits that I do when I'm bored, and like it just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't have any like clear identity, and now I see kind of the value in that. Even though I do think it's really cool when there is a channel that's just about that person and they could do really anything. I do really like that, but I haven't earned that. I haven't earned that flexibility, and I'm doing a disservice to anyone who's watching these videos by thinking I could just jump ahead and do whatever I want. It's like, no, you subscribe because you want to know what you're getting yourself into. I'm not saying that it has to be cut and dry, like following a template and being like, this is what this channel is and that's all it is. It's like, no, there can be some flexibility, but you kind of have to know what the channel's identity is. I'm sorry, lamp. You kind of have to know what you're signing up for. Sorry. You kind of have to know what you're signing up for. Like, you can get a little fun here and there, but this channel mainly does this. Like, that's what I want it to be about. So I think pt.1 is really just where I can just talk about, my hobbies and interests, which are mostly like movies and movie-related content, or television. I think that's where it's kind of at right now. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do something separate because I do like doing the occasional vlog. Like if I go somewhere new or interesting, I like to document that because it's kind of just my own journal of the fun thing that I did. And being able to share that with someone else, it's like, hey, cool. They get to live vicariously through me. Like if they want to go to Hawaii, but it's too expensive, and I've saved up some money to go on vacation, and I get to share that experience that I had with you. That's awesome. That's why I watch vlogs. That's exactly the experience I have. So why wouldn't I want to share that with you? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'll call that channel. I don't know if you guys will jump over. I don't know if you guys are even going to watch this one, but if you're not watching this one, then it doesn't really matter. I'm not really losing anything. I'm really just making myself this video for me. So yeah, I guess that's the one thing about creating anything is that if people are criticizing it, that means someone watched it, and that means you have room to grow. But if no one's watching it, well then you made it. Congrats, you did it. So you should be happy for yourself. So anyways, it would be cool if you watched it. It would be cool. It would be really cool if you guys watch this. But if not, still cool. Anyways, going back to the whole home gym thing and just where this channel is going, I still don't know, but you'll see. This says 15 minutes straight. I'm going to cut this down, but I've been talking way too much. But I do appreciate you for watching. And yeah, who knows? Maybe this will go on that new channel that I'm talking about. Probably will. Yeah, it will. But yeah, I'll create a new channel for this. And so I'll plug my other channel, my main channel, whatever. So yeah, pt.1 is the main channel. This is going to be designated for vlogs. I probably will migrate those videos that I made vlog-wise over to this channel. So yeah, there you go. A little bit of, I was going to say segregation. I don't like that word. Compartmentalization. Compartmentalization. That's a hard word to say. Compartmentalization. Okay, anyways. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh, wow. I just made a decision. You guys saw that. Isn't that cool? Cool. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye.